And action.
Spencer Lazara for MMAinterviews.tv here at the Fit Expo downtown Los Angeles with Clay Guida. What's going on? What brings you out today?
Thanks for having me on the show, guys. I'm here for the Fitness Expo, just hanging out with the fitness fans and MMA fans.
We know you on the Ultimate Fighter finale, June 4th against Anthony Pettis. How excited are you to get back in the octagon?
I can't wait, man. It's going to be awesome to get two guys. This has a definite candidacy for fight of the night, fight of the year. It's just going to be an amazing fight.
We talked about how Ben Henderson, kind of a similar guy to you, I guess you could say, that Anthony just fought and beat. So what do you bring to the table that's going to allow you to come out with the victory?
Ben and I are very similar, wrestling background, good submissions, things like that. But I think I pushed the pace, harder than anyone. I don't think Anthony's going to be ready for, conditioning, just my wrestling, my nonstop, just takedown attempts. Just confidence, overall, more experience. He's an up-and-comer, and he's got a lot of momentum behind him with, the kick heard around the world, beating a very tough Ben Henderson in a 5-round battle, which is fight of the year in my eyes. So yeah, I'm super excited about this matchup. He could have sat and waited around for Frankie Edgar in Gray Maynard rematch, but he wanted to get right back in there. So I congratulate him for that, and welcome to the UFC.
So for you, obviously you're going to want to maybe use your takedowns and get down, but I know you're not scared to strike with anybody. So how do you see the fight unfolding?
Wrestling wins championships, so that's all I'm going to say. Obviously, my wrestling is going to be the telltale of this fight. Every round starts on the feet, though. So we're going to get up, we're going to trade, and we'll see where it goes from there.
So we understand you're opening a gym in Chicago?
Oh yeah, I'm super excited about it. I'm opening my first my first gym in Crest Hill, Illinois. It's called Clay Guida's MMA Stop Fitness. It's more geared towards fitness. It's not a fight gym. It's about, it's more geared towards families, adults, kids, and things like that, and about leading a healthy lifestyle, getting in shape, staying in shape, which is the hard part. We're going to have great instructors, great classes. We're going to have kettlebells. It's a one-stop shop for retail. We have a full cage. We have a full boxing ring, all the cardio conditioning equipment you need. One-stop shop for retail. You can get your big pro shop, MMA Stop Pro Shop there, massage therapy, physical therapy as well. So I'm super excited about it. You can come pretty much learn whatever you want there. And February 26th is a date. Check it out. Right now we're working on having a big UFC name in there. We're not sure who it's going to be yet, but it's my first gym, so hopefully it's a success. I know it's going to be.
Congratulations on that. So Anthony was obviously the #1 contender, but now with the draw, he's having to wait, and now he's fighting you. So do you think a win will put you in line for a title?
In 2011, not necessarily. We fight June 4th. I think in the later part of 2011, I think there's a couple of guys. I know there's a couple of guys in line before us who've just looked spectacular as of late. George Soteropoulos, Jim Miller. They already have other matchups, and I think they're going to roll through those guys, and maybe they're going to fight for the #1 contender. I don't know how it's going to unfold, but I know I'm super pumped about June 4th. It's going to be phenomenal. Ultimate Fighter finale, Vegas. It's going to be on.
So, predictions for next week?
Anderson by whatever he wants. John Jones, first round. Who knows? First round stoppage by John. And with Rich Franklin, Forrest Griffin, it's one of those fights. They're kind of similar, but they're kind of not. And Forrest has had a long layoff, so we'll see how he bounces back off of that. Rich Franklin's coming off a big win over, the man, Chuck Liddell. So it's a tough fight to call. I'm not much for predictions, so I just hope for a good fight. Hopefully no one gets hurt. And it's going to be a great Super Saturday fight.
Did you have a chance to watch Strikeforce last night?
I missed out, unfortunately.
What do you think about Nick Diaz?
Nick Diaz is pound for pound one of the best welterweights / middleweights in the world. He needs to be back in the UFC to see who one of the top fighters is, and I know he's one of them.
So give us a little more insight into the matchup with Anthony and what your game plan might be.
He was wrestling. No, there's no surprise to it, man. People know what I do. Ground and pound, submissions. We will trade with anyone, but we're a lot smarter than I was a year ago. A lot smarter than I was in New Year's when I fought Gomi. So it's all about implementing what you've taught, having confidence in what you've learned in the cage and in the gym, and using it in the cage. So don't blink.
How about that matchup with Gomi? How cool was that to get a win over a guy, a Japanese legend like that?
Oh, amazing, man. I'm lost for words. He's someone I've looked up to for a long time. Me and my brother were watching him since the beginning, of MMA. So it was great to get in there and mix it up with a legend, and to have my hand raised, it was even that much sweeter.
Were you surprised that you were able to pull off that submission like you did?
I'm not surprised at my submissions, but the way, winning by guillotine is very unlike me. But we've been putting people away with submissions, so we're going to stick with it.
Yeah, your ground game looked great. We look forward to seeing you back in the octagon June 4th against Anthony Pettis. Check out Clay's gym in Chicago. He'll be open in February 26th, everybody.
MMA Stop Fitness, Clay Guida, check it out. February 26th, grand opening.
Appreciate the time, Clay.
Thank you guys so much.